All right, what's up, guys? So for this one, I'm gonna be doing a little work to the car. Right now, it's just gonna be a little bit of an intro because I'm in pain, and yeah, it's Sunday. It's lazy ass day. So I'm gonna end up. Look at these spider webs right here. I'm gonna end up clear coating this, and that's gonna be in a future video. I have some extra paint right here. I'm gonna blow a little paint right there and make this look nice and clear coat the whole top, because the top was actually the worst part of the whole car. Everything being besides the bumpers original. This is original, but it took a beating. This is original, fortunately. Still looks pretty nice. But yeah. So for this little project I'm gonna be doing in the next few days is basically cleaning up these quarter panels. There's overspray right here from clear coat, and I actually clay barred a little bit right here. I didn't right here, and I clay barred right there, just little sample spots, and it's smooth, rough, smooth. So I know that the clay bar is going to take off some clear coat overspray right here. It goes into the door, but I'm just going to work on both quarter panels. And then oh, and by the way, all that right there, that's from the DC2 idling, and it'll just spit soot into there. But yeah, so that's not from this car, it was from the DC2. If it looks pretty grimy, still got to clean all this right here. I haven't even worked right here in, man, over a year. But yeah, so right here there's gonna be more work. I'm gonna get some acetone, take off this drip right here, and some old that's base coat, and then I have some trim paint splatter. You can see all that does not come off. There's more right here, and there's some base coat right there, and then there's more clear coat. So I basically have clear coat, base coat, and I have a trim paint all over spray right here. And so yeah, so I'm gonna be using some acetone on the paint to take off the paint, and I'm gonna be clay barring everything, and then I'm gonna be polishing. And this is my new product. Oh, and I'm also gonna take off that overspray right there and right there on the window. So yeah, so this is what I've been using lately. I love this stuff so much. I like, you know, the more professional grade Meguiar's off the, you know, I used to say Meguiar's off the shelf at AutoZone, but they actually sell their high-end stuff at AutoZone now. So you can just go pick this up. It's going to be probably $20, $25, $30, but it's super worth it compared to trying to get the other ones to work, and then you got to like fight it with drying, some oily residue. This one, it's very gentle, very light, but at the same time, it's very aggressive. There's no hardcore residue. It's just a fine polish that makes it glass. And yeah, it's called the Professional Fine Cut Cleaner, and it says right there, removes fine surface defects, includes light oxidation, stains, scratches, swirls, and fresh water spots. Yeah, it says fresh because I'm pretty sure it probably doesn't do like baked on water spots. That's already etching. You would probably need something more aggressive. Diminishing abrasives, cut quickly, then reduces to a fine polish rouge. So basically it starts you know, more advanced, and then it starts to you know, it starts to reduce the coarseness into a light polish. And that's what these are for. Like this chart, it's like a light cut, heavy cut, and there's some that start as a heavy cut and it works its way down, so you're just not grinding into the surface. Like, they developed this stuff pretty dang good. And yeah, so this is a number 2 mirror glaze. Expensive, but well worth it. And I'm not using the 105 and 205 no more. I have really no reason to compound the car, so I just use a light you know, cutting polish. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be basically doing. I'm going to stop rambling on And next one is going to be going to AutoZone to get a wax. But yeah, also I'm going to be taking off this lip right here. This thing is awful. I try to put it on, it comes back off. So I'm just gonna take it off. I'm gonna take off all this adhesive, and I'm gonna take off all of this sanding residue from the paint up here, fresh paint. And yeah, because the sanding residue went right here, it gets caught behind. I washed the car, but you know, nothing gets touched underneath these panels, so there's still a lot of residue right there. And yeah, so I'm gonna take this off, take off the residue, take it off because this is making the rear end look very bad. But yeah, all right guys, so gonna get started. And also what really sucks too is that right here, it's stuck on pretty dang nice. The lines are nice and everything. And for some reason, I was always able to get this to be intact. But on this side, it would always just droop and sag and just look like that. And I don't want it to be rubbing against the original, well, not the original paint because this has been repainted, but I don't want it to be digging into this nice paint. And yeah, so it's gonna suck, but it's all right. All right, so now this is the thing that sucks, is that I just lifted it up right now and it just slid right into place, and it actually doesn't even look that bad. But I already know after a quick pull on the freeway, it's gonna go right back down. But who knows? I might just try and get some different tape for this, but I'm definitely gonna take it off and clean up the surface area, and I'll get some tape because I think they have tape for like moldings and stuff specifically for exterior, because this stuff is like for, it's gonna be kind of cringe, but bathroom mirrors. And somebody gave it to me because they work with glass. They cut glass and shave and what is that, polished glass, and they put up stuff and they gave this to me. But this stuff is like a foamy tape and it just tears. So I'm gonna end up getting some good adhesive double-sided tape. And yeah, look at this right here. So like that doesn't really look good, but who really cares, because overall it looks kind of nice. But yeah, all right guys, so I'm here at AutoZone checking what they have, and yeah, huge selection. Hydro Slick down like at 30 bucks. Butter wet wax 20. This is soap. Definitely not gonna be getting any of this stuff. 30 bucks, come on. Ceramic quick detailer. Cleaner wax. So, see, these are the ones that are kind of like not all that great. You want to get the ones in those bottles. But yeah, so let me see what I'm gonna get and get the hell out of here, get started. All right, next, now I'm looking at these types of tapes right here. See, that's molding tape. Stuff doesn't seem that bad. This is like electrical right here. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. This is whack music. 10 bucks. I see this right here. Probably just end up getting a little bit of this stuff. Nah. Let me see. Molding tape. I think I have no choice but to get something like this. Yeah, I'll see what they have. All right, guys. So I ended up getting this stuff right here. It's meant for interior trim, body side moldings, rocker panels, emblems, and cladding. This seems like the perfect stuff. I haven't used anything like legit like this yet, so I'll just test it out. Got this, it was the cheapest paste wax that they had, and I think the only paste wax that they had. Everything else was like a ceramic coating or some $30, $40, $50 coating, but this was just the cheapest stuff. Gonna work with that. It's pretty heavy, pretty dense, and should go a long ways. So in the future I will go with a ceramic. I just have no patience right now, and hopefully this goes well. All right guys, so about to work on the car, and yeah, there she is right there. Some trash. But yeah, so on camera it definitely looks clean, but it is not clean. Like I showed you, there's just all this overspray right here. The car's pretty dusty, got a little water, just gonna wipe it down real quick. But there's really no major, you know, dirt or mud or grime or anything on it. And all right here, there's overspray. So these are the products that I'm gonna use. Like I showed you right now, the cleaner wax I just bought, this mirror glaze, this to hold up the lip, water, you always need water, and Goo Gone. The Goo Gone is to take off the adhesive right there. And last but definitely not least, it's gonna be some old crusty clay bar, and this is the magic stuff that gets your panels nice and smooth, ready for a nice polish. And if it's some really bad areas, like I see some people in this area where they fill up, you'll need to at least cut and buff, or the very minimal compound this area and compound around here. But I'm not going to be touching the doors. It's going to be this quarter panel, the bumper, and this quarter panel right here. But yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do, give it a quick wipe down, and then I'm going to take off the paint. So let's get started. So got that little bit right there. Man, that's gonna be kind of freaking stubborn. Yeah, that paint is not even coming off that well. Let me see right here. I don't know if you could see those black specks. Well, yeah, so I'm gonna keep working at this, get it off, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see all this. Alright guys, so unfortunately the acetone did not work, so I actually had to lightly 2000 grit sandpaper sand out those specks, but it's gonna polish out real nice. I didn't even take off any material. I just did it right over them, and all this is gonna clean up pretty nice. So yeah, not looking bad. Right here I did that. Oops, I don't know if that's gonna come out of clear bra. If anything, I'll just take this off. I have another piece, I'll put it back on, keep going. And I did a little bit right here, but all that's gonna polish right out. So next thing I'm gonna do is continue, because I clay barred that first. I'm gonna continue the clay bar all the way this way, and then I'm gonna get off that clear coat. All right, so I got my fresh piece of clay. You just wanna make it like a little patty, like that. Wet the whole surface down. I'll try and do it on camera, but you definitely need 2 hands for this. Right there. And then just go in a back and forward motion. You see how it's clean? Okay, well, clean right there. And right on this top edge is where everything sits at, and it bakes in the sun and it beds itself. And then you could see how it's dirty right there. and I couldn't take that off before because I cleaned it prior. So that's what your car wash does not take off. Excellent stuff. So let me see, I'm gonna try and give a better example right there. Fresh spot right here. And there's that dirt right there that I just taken off. So I'm gonna do the whole panel and go to that side. Guys, so I finally got this panel done. Just worked my way all the way around. Gonna stop right here, and it is super smooth all the way up here, all the way down. It feels really good. I know that there's gonna be a lot of swirl marks because clay bar does leave swirls, but it's very fine. And then you got to go over that with the polish, but it feels so good. There's no contamination or nothing. All right, so finally got the fasteners off. That looks freaking crusty. I was pretty surprised that this side held on so good, but over there it just completely failed right here. All right, there we go. It's not a bad looking lip, but I could just never get it to hold right. All right, there we go. So hopefully with that new tape, it'll be better. Right there. Perfect. So now that I got that out of the way, there's a car naked in the rear. Still doesn't even look as bad, but the way it tucks in, yeah, that looks kind of bad. The way the Type R flares out, that looks pretty dang dope. And it's a good thing I didn't use a lot of tape on this side, so there's only about, you know, a 4-inch piece right there, 4-inch right there, about an 11 right here, 12, and a whole bunch of residue where I try to fix it and then I applied more. You could probably see here where I try to fill in the gap, and yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take off as much as possible right now, clean up the residue, and clay bar it. All right, so I'm letting it soak in. I have a paint scraper with tape, and the tape is basically going to protect the paint. And I'm just going to softly peel it right off. It's going to take ages, but it'll come off. So I got a little bit of cleaning to do, but yeah, that's just gonna be with some water and some paper towels. So I got all of the adhesive off all the way around. I think I have like a little bit of residue right here, but yeah, and then you could see where the lip was actually touching right there, but it's okay. So yeah, so got everything nice looking, looks great. I clay barred it, and next up is going to be polishing the both quarter panels and the bumper, and cleaning that up, the lip, and reapplying it with this stuff right here. Super strength molding tape. Hopefully that's good. But yeah, so that's going to be the next episode. check it out, and make sure to turn on the post notifications so you'll get notified when I post another video. And yeah, sorry for all the rambling, and yeah, but you guys know how I like to freaking ramble on and talk. But yeah, guys, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.